This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Filipino paddlers break new ground in Mongolia's Ice Dragon boat race. Local legends and global golf stars tee off at Southwoods. Marcos vetoes bill to institutionalize Philippine National Games, citing duplication and budget concerns. In the NBA, Bain and Kennard shine as Grizzlies dominate Hornets in 132-120 victory. While Shai Gilgeous-Alexander drops career-high 54 points in Thunder's victory over the Jazz. And it's exciting times for women's sports as we sat down with newly minted commissioner of the Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, UAP legend Heidi Ong. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 23rd of January. Now, here's our roundup. Filipino paddlers made history by competing in the unique Ice Dragon boat race in Mongolia. Team Bugsay Mindanao, composed of paddlers from Cagayan de Oro, Cebu, Dumaguete, and Manila, took part in the prestigious Cignal Ice Dragon Boat Championships in Inner Mongolia, China. Now, what made this race so extraordinary? Teams paddled across massive ice surfaces, making it a thrilling challenge that tests both skill and endurance in freezing conditions. The Pinoy paddlers braved temperatures as low as -16, competing against seasoned racers from across the globe. The paddlers used special metal paddles to cut through the ice, showcasing their resilience and adaptability in this unconventional sport. Now, in addition to their second-place finish, the team claimed 2 fourth-place spots in the Team 1 and Team 2 categories, with China and Taiwan's teams taking the top honors. The group also raced in the 200-meter event, representing the Philippines proudly among 19 participating countries. They are the first Philippine club crew to participate in an Ice Dragon boat race, marking a historic milestone for the sport in the Philippines. Grab your sunscreen, golf fans, because the Philippine Open is back and it's set to make waves at the Manila Southwoods Golf and Country Club. After being reintegrated into the Asian Tour, this year's tournament brings a mix of local legends, international stars, and fresh faces, all vying for the coveted $500,000 prize. For Miguel Tabuena, a familiar face in Philippine golf and who's chasing his third title after victories in 2015 and 2018, the Open is more than just another tournament. It's a chance to make history. He's joined by fellow Filipino veterans like 2008 champ Angelo Ke and Gerald Rosales, who captured the title in the year 2000. Now, also in the mix are rising stars such as Justin De Los Santos and Rian Maliksi, the lone female amateur in the field, former champion Steve Luton, Live Golf star Chase Kopka, and Asian Tour heavyweights like Jazz Jane Watanond, Siwan Kim, and Liang Wenchong are ready to challenge for the spot. The reworked 7,138-yard layout at Southwoods is designed to challenge every aspect of the players' games, with 2 par 5s converted into par 4s. The focus shifts from pure power to precision. The course, with its tricky greens and hazard-laden fairways, will demand strategy over strength, setting this stage for an exciting 4 days of play. As Asia's oldest national championship, the Philippine Open carries a rich history and a lot of pride for Filipino fans. Whether it's Tabuena aiming for a three-peat, Kes seeking a homecoming win, or international players chasing glory, this year's tournament promises to showcase skill, determination, and passion. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has vetoed the proposed law seeking to institutionalize and expand the Philippine National Games, citing redundancy and budgetary issues. While acknowledging the good intentions behind the bill, Marcos explained that it could overlap with existing efforts under Republic Act 10588 or the Palarong Pambansa Act of 2013. Which already promotes physical education, sports programs, and competitions, including training for international events. A key issue raised by the president was the bill's provision for a PNG board to oversee and coordinate the games. Marcos noted that this mirrors the role of the Palarong Pambansa Board, which under RA 10588 already serves as the lead policy-making body for sports development. Marcos also raised concerns about the proposed allocation of 1 million pesos for the PNG, describing it as inconsistent with the legislative process of budget authorization. He emphasized that funding for such programs must undergo the usual budgeting process and congressional approval, considering resource availability, sustainability, and national budget priorities. The president invoked Section 27-1, Article 6 of the 1987 Constitution as the basis for his decision to veto Senate Bill number 2514 and House Bill number 8468. This marks a significant decision in the country's sports development landscape, emphasizing the need for streamlined efforts and efficient use of resources in fostering athletic excellence. The Memphis Grizzlies extended their winning streak to 4 games with a commanding 132-120 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Memphis built a significant lead early thanks to stellar performances from Desmond Bane and Luke Kennard. Bane led Memphis with 24 points, shooting an efficient 10 of 15 from the field. Kennard added 23 points and Jaren Jackson Jr. contributed 22 points. Memphis dominated early, leading by 13 points after the first quarter and blowing the game open with a 40-23 second quarter. By halftime, the Grizzlies held a 78-48 lead, matching their season high for points in a half. Now, although Charlotte closed the third quarter with a 12-0 run, Memphis's lead had already ballooned to 34 points, making it impossible for the Hornets to mount a full comeback. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a career night, scoring an impressive 54 points to lead the Oklahoma City Thunder to a 23-114 win over the Utah Jazz. The All-Star guard made 17 of 35 field goals and was nearly flawless at the free throw line, hitting 17 of 18. Now adding to his dominant performance, he contributed 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. His previous career high was 45 points. Jalen Williams scored 25 points, helping the Thunder improve to an outstanding 36-7 record, tying them with Cleveland for the league's best. Now for the Jazz, John Collins posted 22 points and 12 rebounds, while Colin Sexton added 18 points and 9 assists. Walker Kessler chipped in with 17 points and 15 boards. Gilgeous-Alexander sealed his career night with a clutch pull-up jumper over Lauri Markkanen with 1 minute and 28 seconds remaining, giving the Thunder a comfortable 119-110 lead. And here are more results from around the NBA. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Ever wondered what keeps a dragon boat moving in perfect harmony? It's all about the stroke, but not the kind that you might think. In dragon boat racing, the stroke is more than just a paddle movement. It's the heartbeat of the boat. The stroke refers to the rhythm and timing of the paddling set by the stroke rower, who is the frontmost paddler in the boat. This paddler's strokes dictate the tempo for the rest of the crew. Everyone in the boat follows the stroke's lead, ensuring that each paddle hits the water in unison. The stroke rower's role is crucial because maintaining a consistent, steady pace helps maximize the boat's speed and efficiency. A good stroke ensures that the team moves as one, making it the most important position in achieving success in the race. So next time you watch a dragon boat race, remember, it's the stroke that sets the pace. It's not just about strength, it's about synchronization, precision, and leadership from the front. It's now time for our off-court buzzer. 7-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton made his highly anticipated track debut for Ferrari, stepping into the legendary red colors of the Italian team at the Fiorano circuit. The 40-year-old Briton, who announced his decision to leave Mercedes for Ferrari last February, rolled out of the garage in the SF23, Ferrari's 2023 F1 model. The occasion drew a crowd of eager fans excited to witness Hamilton's first test run with F1's oldest and most successful team. Hamilton's arrival marks Ferrari's bid to end a long championship drought. The team's last driver's title was claimed by Kimi Raikkonen in 2007, and their most recent Constructors' Championship came in 2008. Hamilton will now partner with Charles Leclerc for the 2025 season, starting with the Australian Grand Prix on March 14 to 16. With Hamilton's expertise and Ferrari's determination, fans hope the partnership can restore the team's dominance in Formula One. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 23rd of January. When we return, know more about the country's professional basketball league with Commissioner Heidi Ong. So watch out for that when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Finally, it's the Lady Ballers' time to shine on the hard court. The Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Commissioner Heidi Ong will tell us more about the Liga ng Bawat Pilipina. Today is a very special day for women in sports, especially sa lahat ng mga nangangarap na maging professional player sa basketball, because it is the opening day, the inaugural season of the WMPBL, or the Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. And here on the scorecard right now, we have an absolute legend pagdating sa Philippine women's basketball. Four-time champion as a player with the University of Santo Tomas, UST head coach, former national team player as well, and former national team head coach as well. Now the commissioner of the WMPBL, we have Coach Commissioner Heidi Ong.
Thank you. Maraming salamat for having me here. Of course, this is not for me. This is for the women basketball players in the Philippines. Itong first inaugural season ng WMPBL.
Commissioner, I want to ask you about how important it is for athletes, student athletes, or women who just want to continue playing the game that they love, na magkaroon ng isang professional league. Because I'm sure, kahit ikaw, Coach, this has been a dream of yours for the longest time.
Yes, sabi ko nga, my dreams is now becoming a reality na magkaroon talaga. We're one step away for having a pro league. Number one, itong WMPBL, sabi nga nila, di ba, talent will shine if opportunity is created.
Kumish, Manny Pacquiao started the MPBL in 2017. First season happened 2018. 10 teams. Now he has 29 teams. Packing arenas all over the country. Maraming nanonood. Dito naman sa WMPBL, what is the vision, your vision with Senator Manny to grow this league?
I think this inaugural is setting the foundation for women's basketball muna. I don't want it to be big right away, parang small steps muna. That's why we have this inaugural invitational, which is a mixture of teams from college, club teams, at the same time may LGU din na sumali. I think ito yung parang dry run test namin for WMPBL. Pag nagdating na ng June, when we go pro, magiging dry run namin on how to be more exciting, di ba? And how to select yung mga team owners and owners that will play in the first pro league.
Fun fact, the WNBA has 13 teams, but the inaugural season of the WMPBL, 14 teams, mas marami pa kayo. But like you said, Coach Heidi, baby steps, first dry run, and then in June, professional league. But talking about the story, when did the idea of this league first come about, and how did you present the idea kay Senator Manny?
I think number one, wala ako dito if our president, si John Callos, did not approach me for this job. First time, kinausap niya ako during a UAAP game, nandun siya. Sabi niya, Coach Heidi, can we talk about the WMPBL of Senator Manny? Sabi ko, akala ko it's just going to be a support for the league, no? Pero nung nag-usap kami, a few days after kami nag-meet sa Adamson Gym, and he told me na, are you willing to help me and Senator Manny to become the commissioner? So pinagdasal ko talaga to. I asked my family, and kasi it's not a easy job.
Yes.
Being a commissioner, tapos under Senator Pacquiao's program, ayaw din naman natin mapahiya. And I thought, sabi ko, oo nga, maraming demand na ngayon for women's basketball. And I think ito yung road na gusto ko matahak before pa. And sabi ko, I will take this opportunity on my own. I will help yung women's basketball here in the Philippines.
I was looking at the players during the parade. Marami ako nakita, mga katulad ni Aliana Lim, players that I covered in the UAAP before, now continuing their playing career. To everybody watching, Commissioner Heidi, why should people watch the WMPBL?
Number one, what's the reason they will really want to watch WMPBL, because the girls or the women now playing today is so much fun to watch. Very exciting. Parang lalaki na maglaro. Hindi mo akalain, like yung if you watch yung UAAP women's namin, yung mga nagagawa ng lalaki, kaya na rin gawin ng mga girls, yung yung skill level nila, and they're very athletic. So I think yun yung kailangan natin i-encourage sa mga fans and audiences na we want to reclaim the sport back dito. As you know, 'di ba, ang women's basketball ang unang nilaro dito ng inintroduce dito sa atin ng mga Americans, yung women's basketball.
Wow, I did
there's
not
a
know
history.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
in 1910, basketball was first played by women dito, but eventually nawala and it shifted to the men's side. So for me, gusto ko i-reclaim yung sport na nawala na yon, which is women's basketball.
Commissioner Heidi, yung tagline ng WMPBL, ito ang liga ng bawat Filipina. What does that mean?
It means na lahat ng nangarap na maglaro on a higher stage of women's basketball, which is the Pro League, pwede sila mangarap. Not only here in Luzon or NCR, but all over the Philippines. Nagaya ng ginawa ni Senator Manny sa MPBL, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Yung pangarap nila, ang liga ng bawat Pilipina, andito na sa kanila.
Commissioner Heidi Ong of the WMPBL. Commish, maraming salamat sa oras and congratulations with the inauguration and the opening day for the WMPBL here at your home, the University of Santo Tomas.
Thank you.
When the scorecard returns, we will look into the upcoming NBA matchups, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. We'll break down the upcoming matchups to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge you need to stay ahead of the game. All right, let's talk about this for a second, because I saw this pop up and immediately thought, hold on, is this too ridiculous or just ridiculously good enough to actually happen? Of course, we're talking about Victor Wembanyama going full alien mode. 25 points, 10 boards, 4 blocks, and dragging the Spurs to a win at plus 500. That's the line. First of all, that's a lot of ends happening. But when it's Wemby, it doesn't feel that insane, does it? We've got a parlay on Victor Wembanyama, a 25-plus point game, 10-plus boards, 4-plus blocks, and the Spurs walking away with a win at plus 500. First of all, that's a lot of ends happening, but when it's Wemby, it doesn't feel that insane, does it? The scoring part, honestly, I don't even blink at the idea of him dropping 25. He's a 7'4" alien who can shoot, dribble, and do things I didn't think were physically possible. If the offense once runs through him, and it should, you're already halfway there. Double-digit rebounds, come on, the guy is built like a pogo stick with Inspector Gadget arms. The boards almost find him. Now, on a good night, he's inhaling 10 without breaking a sweat. The 4 blocks, this is where it gets fun. Wemby doesn't just block shots, he sends them into another dimension. He's averaging close to 3 blocks per game, and you know he's good for a monster game every now and then. 4 blocks feels aggressive, sure, but if you've watched him, you know this kid can rewrite what rim protection even means. The Spurs winning though, that's where this whole thing hangs in the balance because the Spurs are scrappy, but they're not exactly the 2014 Spurs. They're playing a mid-tier team. When maybe Wemby goes nuclear and gets them over the line, but against the contender, you're probably asking too much. But here's why I love this. At plus 500, it's just crazy enough to be believable. This isn't some far-fetched all-time performance thing. It's within the realm of possibility. Wembanyama's already shown flashes of brilliance, and if he puts it all together on the same night, he could absolutely go off and carry San Antonio to a win. So, yeah, I'm buying the hype. Not saying it's happening every night, but if it does, you'll want to say you saw it coming. Classic I told you so vibes. And isn't that why we love this stuff? Now let's talk about the odds tomorrow. January 24 at 3 a.m. Philippine time, live at Accor Arena in Paris, France. The San Antonio Spurs will face off against the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers have been in great form, winning 8 of their last 9 games and averaging 116.7 points per game over that span. Expect Tyrese Halliburton to shine on the court. He's averaging 17.9 points per game, and this season will likely finish with 20 points and 9 assists in this showdown. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Spurs averaging 113.1 points per game but have been outscored by their opponents in several close contests. Look out for rookie sensation Victor Wembanyama as he's expected to put up 22 points and anchor the Spurs' offense in this highly anticipated matchup in Paris. The Pacers come in as favorites with a minus 2.5 point spread. But with this game taking place in a neutral venue and the Spurs looking to rebound, expect a competitive match from both sides. The over-under for this game is set at 230, suggesting a high-scoring affair between two teams that can light it up from long range. So the question is, can the Pacers continue their impressive form and climb higher in the Eastern Conference standings? Or will the Spurs, led by Wembanyama, find a way to end their losing streak and steal a victory on international soil? We shall see. And at 8 a.m. Philippine time, live at the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida, the Portland Trail Blazers will face off against the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic averages 103.9 points per game but has struggled offensively recently, shooting just 41.3% from the field in their last 10 games. Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony remain key pieces to watch, with Anthony expected to deliver a strong comeback performance, targeting a 20-point game. Meanwhile, the Portland Trail Blazers averaging 44.3 rebounds per game in their last 10 matchups. Look out for Anthony Simons, who is predicted to lead the team with a 22-point performance, and DeAndre Ayton expected to record another double-double. The Magic are slight favorites with a minus 4.5 point spread given their stronger home record of 14-8 this season. However, the Blazers have been more efficient in their recent outings, shooting 46% from the field over the last 10 games. The over-under for this game is set at 207.5, highlighting the expectation of a low-scoring battle between two teams working through offensive challenges. So the question is, can the Magic defend their home court and snap their losing streak? Or will the Trailblazers build on their momentum and pick up another road win? We'll find out. And here are the rest of the odds for tomorrow. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a legendary UCLA coach who won 10 NCAA titles and is a Hall of Fame inductee as both player and coach, famed for his pyramid of success and leadership legacy, the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. He once said, "It's what you learn after you think you know it all that really counts." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Billionaire News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.